No excuses, why circumstances don't cancel responsibility. What's going on, family? Welcome back to another episode of the Blueprint Podcast, where we cut through the fluff and talk real about what it takes to lead yourself, lead others, and live with purpose. I'm your host, Abraham Gardner.
And I'm Michael Albright, your co-host, and the guy who's always going to call it how it is, even if you don't like it. Let's go, Abe. Let's dig into this one today. It's personal. It's powerful. It's the truth most people run from.
Straight up. Today's episode is called Our Circumstances Don't Excuse Us from Our Responsibilities. If you need to hear this message, don't worry, you're not alone. This one is for the overcomers, the dreamers, the leaders in the dirt, and even the folks who are tired of their own excuses.
All right, let's start here. Abe, break it down. What do we mean when we say circumstances don't excuse responsibility?
Man, it means life doesn't stop being life because you're tired. It doesn't pause your bills, your kids, your goals, or your leadership role just because you hit a rough patch. Circumstances explain what's happening around you, but they don't get to define how you show up.
Preach. I remember when I was broke, couch surfing and trying to figure out what was next. Guess what didn't stop? The need to be a man, to show up for my people. I had every reason to quit, but no right to stop being responsible.
Facts. And listen, there's a difference between a reason and an excuse. A reason is something you acknowledge. An excuse is something you hide behind.
Okay, Abe, can you say that again for the people that might have missed that?
I said, a reason is something you acknowledge. An excuse is something you hide behind. Don't confuse the two.
Let's get real. I know you've seen this play out over and over again in your mentorship programs, your sales teams, heck, even in family. People letting their past or current situation hold them hostage.
All the time. Let me tell you about one of my guys. He was a former athlete who tore his ACL his senior year, dreamed of going pro. That injury, man, it crushed him. Depression hit. He stopped caring, started drifting until one day he sat across from me in a leadership workshop and said, I don't even know who I am without the game. And I told him, you're still in the game, just a different field now. He could have kept making excuses. I was supposed to be in the NFL. I got robbed. I don't have a backup plan, but he didn't. He started waking up early again, started mentoring local kids, got his real estate license. Today, he's helping other athletes transition into life after sports and killing it.
Man, that's powerful and familiar. I've seen dudes go from college stars to lost in the crowd because they put all their identity in the scoreboard. But like you always say, Abe, it's not about what you lost. It's about what you build next.
Exactly. Pain's going to visit everybody. But if you unpack and live in it, that's a choice. This guy used what happened to him to build what he was meant to do. That's the difference. Responsibility isn't some heavy chain, it's the ladder out of your pit.
Oof, you can put that on repeat.
Responsibility isn't a chain, it's a ladder.
All right, let's have some fun. It's time for our Excuse Olympics. You ready?
Oh man, let's go.
Category 1, why I didn't go to the gym.
It was raining. My left toe hurt. Mercury was in retrograde. The gym vibes were off.
Not the vibes, bro. Okay, next one, why I didn't follow up with my client.
My dog ate my CRM, and then I had to go find myself spiritually in Tulum
Final one, why I didn't take that opportunity.
because I didn't feel ready, and the moon didn't align with my rising ambition.
Excuses are funny until they cost you your dream, man.
Let's get serious again. Responsibility ain't a burden, it's a gift. It means you own your life. That's real power.
Say it again. When you stop blaming the job, the partner, the system, you free yourself. Responsibility liberates you.
Let me ask you, how many people listening right now have talked themselves out of their calling because it got hard, because the bills stacked up, or the relationship broke down? Let me tell you something. Greatness is born under pressure.
And look, everyone has hard seasons, everyone. But if you only operate when it's easy, you're not a leader, you're a fan.
Oof. Fans watch the game. Leaders play injured. You ever seen an elite athlete sit out because it's raining? Nah, they show up.
I know people who lost family, lost homes, lost jobs, and still showed up to lead meetings, mentor others, and get better. That's next level maturity. So, what can someone do to start the change? If someone's listening and thinking, like, okay, I get it, no more excuses, now what?
Start small. Identify one responsibility you've been avoiding. Is it your health, your finances, your family, your calling? Take ownership.
Then ask yourself, what do I control right now? You might not control the storm, but you can control your ship.
Write it down. Here's what I can do today, despite what's happening around me. And do that thing. Show your mind who's boss.
And get accountability. Don't isolate. Join a mentorship program. Text a friend. Find someone who won't let you quit.
Responsibility loves company. Real ones don't let you settle for less.
All right, Abe, give us your closing thoughts. If someone's listening and they're in the middle of the storm, what do they need to hear?
Your circumstance may not be your fault, but your response is your responsibility. And you don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up.
That's it. If you got value from today's episode, share it. Send it to that friend making excuses. Post it on your story. Rate it. Review it. Don't keep this to yourself.
And remember, excuses expire, but results, they speak forever. You were made for more. So stop waiting for perfect. Lead now.
Until next time, keep building your blueprint and live with purpose.